Exacto here. Today we are going to do another product opening video, and this time, since Vendetta just came out, we have a box of Vendetta to open. So let's transition over to this scene and say, hey, here we go. Here is our box of Vendetta that we will be opening today. I got this box direct from Riot through their lottery system, I think it is, that they have every time a new set comes out where you can buy the box directly from them. So that is where I got this box. Very excited to open some new cards in this set. Product openings are always exciting to see what are you going to get this time in a box. What I'm hoping to get is I would very much like Akali stuff, because although I don't really think she's going to be maybe the most powerful legend from the set, I think she looks like a lot of fun to play. So I would like things like Shuriken Flip. I already have one copy of Shuriken Flip from my pre-Rift kit that I did. So I'd like to get at least another copy of Shuriken Rift from this box. I'd like to also really get, maybe even more than Shuriken Flip, a copy of Akali Silent, or as many copies really as I can get. That is the green Akali. Not just to play in an Akali deck, but Akali Silent also could go in the Aurelia deck that I really like to play. So I guess those are my two, like, my two biggest wishes to get out of this box: Akali Silent and Shuriken Flip. Um, Really though, anything is cool. I always like opening signature spells, building up the collection, building up the trade binder if I'm not going to use them. So enough talking. Let's get right into it. Let's see what we got. So let's open this up here, break the seal. And there we go. There. Okay. So from the from the videos I've seen so far, people like to do left versus right in the box, and so let's take these out right now. Set this aside as right. Set this aside as left. Left side normally wins these, but from the videos I've been seeing, right side has been the one that takes it most often in these comparison videos. So let's start on the left, I think. First pack. And first pack is one that I actually do need in terms of commons. I didn't mention commons, that I needed commons and uncommons, because I hope there's a pretty good chance of getting playsets of most of that stuff. But Twilight Shroud is definitely something that is needed in both Aurelia and Akali. Good start. Harness Mage, Oro, Hierophant, Legion Marauder, good 2-drop, Stargazer, Dragon Form, our uncommons, Sandstone Chimera, Shock Blast, Rampage. That's going to be a good constructed spell as well for the orange and yellow decks. Our foil is Massa, Crashing Thunder. Our first rare of the box is our red Renekton. Renekton Rage Fueled. Cool. As well as Renekton, the legend himself. Nice. A Renekton pack. I guess I also can say that this one over here. For other legends that I'd be interested in Vendetta, I'm interested in Ambessa. I think there's a cool mid-range deck that plays a lot of removal spells in Ambessa. That might be a cool deck to try out. Interested in Mel, kind of just for her color combination. The blue-purple color combination almost never disappoints. And no, that's probably the extent of it. Anything else, like I said, maybe oh, Kennen, of course. Everybody's hyping up Kennen, so Kennen stuff is going to be wanted, both highly demand for trades and for maybe to try out myself too. See. All right, let's go right side now. Right side we go Field Musicians, another Apprentice Mage, Forsaken Vakai, Brutal Hunter, Stargazer, Horns of the Dragon, Guttural Roar, another good pump spell in orange. We have our first copy of Winds and Ghosts. That might be a constructed card as well. Good get there. Protective Sands Battlefield, excuse me. And Tomb Raider Barbara. I like that name. Our foil is a foil copy of Shadow Temple Battlefield Knight. Our rare is Decree of Focus. Now, the Decree cycle is a cycle of specific color hate spells for the enemy color pairs. People have a lot of like varying opinions on the cycle of cards. I think they're good to have, especially in green. Again, like I said, I want to play Akali or Aurelia, so it's kind of nice to get one that fits in both of those decks, a Decree here. And we have another Decree, Decree of Unity, the yellow Decree. So, okay. I don't think I knew the yellow Decree existed, but I didn't remember what it did. It's a straight up kill any purple chaos unit. Cool. Okay. Left side, we'll start with Grumpy Rock Bear. Put all the commons in one pack. There we go. Oasis Raider, Affectionate Poro, Fretful Feline, Tornado Warrior, Solari Sunhawk, Tools of the Empire, my personal favorite card from the pre-Rift event. This was so good. Pendulum Blade, nice. That is one that is needed for Akali, or to have at least in the optional options for the Akali deck. Sacred Protector, another copy of Wind and Ghost, very nice. Our foil is Brittle Steel. This was one that's needed for Akali as well. Gear Hate is always nice to have out of the sideboard, and it's nice to have a Gear Hate spell you can use twice. Foil copy of it too. Decree of Discord. So we go 3 of the 5 Discords we have. 3 of the Discord mods. And Kale. Kale was a menace in pre-Rift. This card is good. Is it possibly good enough to be a constructed card? I don't know. But it was very nice. Oh, and we have our first showcase. Got a nice red rune. That does look really good. Very cool. That there. Yeah, the rune cycle this time. I don't know if it shows up on the camera, but man, that is a pretty looking card with the red and the black contrast in there. Oh yeah. Right side. We start with Serene Ascetic, Otterpuss, Brittle Steel, non-foil this time, Shadow Order Disciple, Reluctant Leader, Plateworm Egg, Inko Lifeblade. First uncommon is Sky Cruiser, a copy of Rampage, good to get multiples of a spell that might be used in Constructed. Shadow Assassin. Our foil is Resonating Strike, like it. And our rare is Decree of Strength. So does that mean we have 4? We have 4 of the 5 decrees now. We're only missing the blue one. And Jace, Defender of Tomorrow. So it looks like right side is the decree side, given that we have 3 decrees over here already. What does the orange decree say? Choose an opponent, they reveal their hand, and you choose a blue card from it, they recycle that card. Okay, so it's like Thoughtseize except for blue cards for all my Magic players out there. All right, left side again. Questionable Tome, Ruthless Strike, another Twilight Shroud, 2 Twilight Shrouds now we own, Shadow Order Disciple, Soul Spinner, Brutal Hunter, Inko Lifeblade. Our uncommon is Risen Altar. Okay. And Power Battlefield. Aka Protector. Covert Informant, Telecorn Herder fixed. They realized Telecorn Herder is too powerful of a card. We got to give him a little more investment into it. Our foil is Hungry Wolf. Our rare is Ribbon Shattered. That is our pre-release promo. Everybody got a copy of this card. As well as Jace Hammer in Hand. I played Jace in my pre-rift kit. He was good. Don't know if he's going to be a constructed guy, but he was good enough to play in the pre-rift for sure. Mentioned it in my video. I got him up to like crazy, like 13, 15 power one turn. Esteemed Hierophant. This is right side now. Grumpy Rock Bear. Blade Twirler. Soul Spinner. Terra Specialist. Stargazer. Masa. Noxian Emissary is our uncommon. Twilight Step. And Battlefield Piltovan Forge. Battlefield of the First Gear. Huh, interesting. Okay. Sort of a gear battlefield. Foil is Dragon Form. And Temporal Breach is our first rare. I've seen this card actually been played in the Diana decks where they blink out their little 2-drop gear guy, and then it activates Swain's. Since the 2-drop robot is a gear and a unit, and you've already played a spell, it all of a sudden activates Swain's ability to where if you can all of a sudden double conquer with Swain, you get 4 points in one turn. So I have seen this card being used in some lists. And our second rare is the Yellow Cannon, which I think is a cool card anyway. Let's go back to the left side. All right, so we got Grumpy Rock Bear, Dune Surfer, Hand Hammer, Reluctant Leader, Fretful Feline, Up from the Deep. Everybody's been talking up this card. Lingering Souls for anybody that knows Magic cards. It's really good. Dragon Form, it's really good with Dragon Form if you can do that in Sealed too. Bakai Witherclaw, our uncommon. Perfect Execution. Escaped Greyback. Our foil is a foil Gust Monk. That's a cool one to get foil. I've seen him in constructed lists as well. So our rare is Plaza Guardian and Morgana. Now, I've seen Morgana in some lists too. When you play me, deal damage to a unit equal to the damage already marked on it. Okay, so if you have like a red removal spell or a red damage spell or anything really, like she comes down and she pings him again for the same amount. Okay. And our pack here on the right, we start with a Mournful Witness. I need 3 of these for Akali. So we got 1 right now. That's cool. Cloud Drake, Dune Surfer, Jagged Cutlass, Shadow Order Disciple, Disciple of Shen, Brutal Hunter. Sandstone Chimera, the big guy, is our uncommon. The Shock Blast, a Profiteer. Our foil is Forsaken Bakai. Our rare is, oh, I needed this as well for Akali. Twilight Reveler. 3-drop unit says when I attack, ready another friendly unit. Get your movement on, and that's what Akali wants to do. I like seeing that. And we get another Renekton Legend. So far, I believe we have 1 showcase, that 1 rune that we opened. So let's see what else. If we can get another in this pack. Apprentice Mage, Hawkeye Sandspinner, Affectionate Poro, Mesmerize, Plateworm Egg, Stargazer, Disciple of Shen. Uncommon is Shadows of the Past. Piltovan Forge, we already saw that. And Tomb Raider Barbara. First rare is, wait a second. We didn't have a foil. Okay, maybe something's in this pack. Our first rare is Mel, the purple Mel. Then we have Jace, Defender of Tomorrow. Do we get something cool? Oh, we do. We get a signature spell from Mel. We get Rebuttal. This is a powerful card. A counter that has the same energy cost restrictions as Defy, but you get the additional option if you pay a power pay an additional power in addition to the spell cost. You gain control of the spell and you get to choose new targets for it. So if there is something like this counters a punch first, it doesn't have the power restriction that Defy has. You all of a sudden, their +5 becomes my +5. And this spell itself, when I saw it spoiled, it made me think, wow, there's a chance that Mel, even though her legend, people say her legend's not that great, this spell here is powerful enough to maybe make some waves. Cool to get a copy of that. All right, the right side here, we'll start with Old Poro, pushing him home. Buckeye Sand Spinner. There's our second copy of Mournful Witness. Good. 2 of 3 so far. Up from the Deep. Good. Solari Sunhawk. Blateworm Egg. Our first uncommon is Risen Altar. Okay, good for Empowers. Buckeye Reaper. Escaped Greyback. Or Foil. Brutal Hunter. Our first rare is the Legend Mel itself we were just talking about. Yeah, when you empower something, you get to empower her, and then you can disempower and tap her to give a unit out of battlefield -2. It's definitely not as good as Diana. It's definitely not as good as Ezreal. Yeah, we'll wait to see if the signature spell can really power a Mel deck to meta status. I don't know. We'll see. Our second rare is Cataclysmic Duel. Oh, okay, so each player chooses one unit they control and kill the rest. All right. Dune Blast for Magic players out there. Really, like it comes that spell like that comes down to everybody picks their best unit and everything else is gone. So not really super excited for meta use, but we'll see. All right, Oasis Raider, Full Poro, Dredge Up, Brittle Steel, another copy of Brittle Steel, cool. Legion Marauder, Shadowblade Lurker, Horns of the Dragon. Applied Researchers are uncommon. Profiteer. Protective Sands. Renekton Battlefield. Yeah, we got one. We got a green Akali. And no rare in this pack, too. Sorry, no foil in this pack, too. So we might be looking at something interesting here. We got a foil green Akali. They're all foil, but that is what I needed for both of my decks, actually. We got a Gangplank as well. I'm not upset to see a Gangplank either. I think he's a very powerful card. Let's see what we got in here. Oh, a red Akali. All right. So we got both Akalis from this pack. I wanted, like, for my champion unit for an Akali deck, I was planning to put the green Akali as the champion since it's such a good card. But to have a red Akali as well, potentially to play out of the sideboard card, since if you weren't aware in Riftbound, when you go to sideboards, you are able to change your champion unit to the other champion unit, of course, if you have that champion unit in your sideboard. So this would be nice to bring in to deal with small units. It picks off things like, as it's unempowered, it deals 1 to units, so it would be nice to pick off things as they move in if they're small enough, but when she gets empowered, she gets to pick off 2 might units when she moves in. It'd be nice to have it as an option on the sideboard, and it looks great anyway. Look at it. All right, as I crinkle the first card in this pack. Sorry, Otterpuss. From the right side now. Blade Twirler, Hand Hammer, Mesmerize, Shadowblade Lurker, Dragon Form. My favorite common, Tools of Empire, Sealed Elite. Gust Monk is our uncommon. Dragon Roost, Dragon Battlefield. I'm excited to play that Volibear deck at some point for our A to Z series. Crosscoat Mother. Our foil is Clairvoyance. First rare is Zed. Purple Zed. Very cool. As well as Steel Paws, the second 1-drop ever printed in the game. Yep, that's true. Where have I seen Steel Paws in? I don't know. I've seen him somewhere, but I don't remember what deck he was being used in. Probably just an experimental thing anyway, just to see how it works out. Anyway, left side, Field Musicians, Iterative Design, Forsaken Bakai. We have our third copy of Mournful Witness. We've got all the Mournful Witnesses we need. Jagged Cutlass, Spiderling. Spiderling deck is going to be such a meme to play. The Spiderling Teemo deck. I've heard people say you conquer the battlefield and you just hide a bunch of cards, and Spiderlings just pop up, and all of a sudden now I've got like 9 extra might on the battlefield. It's funny to me. Might be a fun deck to try in our A to Z. Keeper of Law. First uncommon is Perfect Execution. Lacerate. Pale Cloak Matriarch. Oh, no foil this time, so there must be something in here. Swain Visionary. Like I said, I was talking about that Swain deck. He gets an extra point when he conquers if you played Gear, Unit, Spell. Auroch General. And then Astral Heron. This is a card that I've seen in Nasus lists, but I'm thinking it's just a powerful green card anyway. It gives you a discount on your next spell you've played if he's out of battlefield. I say at this point, left, it's kicking right's butt. Come on, right? Give me something cool to back it up. All right. First card on the right side here, Brittle Steel. Twilight Shroud. I believe that is 3 Twilight Shrouds for us. Good. Iterative Design. Tornado Warrior. Horns of the Dragon. Fretful Feline. Ginkgo Lifeblade. Then we have Applied Researchers. Bakai Witherclaw. And Threshold of the Gray. Parts. Center and attacker each add 1. Okay, cool. A foil Mournful Witness. All right, now I can replace one of those regular ones with a cooler looking one. First rare is Wild Claw. And then Ambessa Alt Art. That is our second showcase here. I already have an Ambessa Alt Art from my pre-Rift kits, but she does look decent. Yeah, cool. Second showcase there. I also talked about the Ambessa deck because I already have, from my pre-rifts and my prizes, I already have a full play set of orange Ambessas. So I'm ready to go for that. I don't think it's a very valuable card, but I already have 3 of them, so I'm ready to use her. Left side pack, Cloud Drake, Blade Twirler, Themed Hierophant, Guttural Roar, Battle Order Disciple, Soul Spinner, Tools of Empire. All right, we have Mystic Vortex, Tax Reaction Spell Battlefield. All right. Sanction. And Patched Porobot. That's the one I was talking about with Swain. You see here, if I can get it into focus. Oh, we had it there for a second. Anyway, this is a gear unit, it says up here. So if you flash, blink this out with the Temporal Breach spell, You have Swain out there. That counts as playing all 3, so you can double conquer with Swain with another spell and get 4 points for a turn. Super nice. Our foil is Legion Marauder. Our first rare is Rage Amplifier, the Anthem gear. And then Akali, the legend herself. I actually needed this one. I didn't have an Akali for my Akali deck. Now I got her. Now I got the Akali legend. We got 10 packs left. 10 packs left and 1 showcase still left to find. Alright. Student Surfer. Field Musicians. Grumpy Rock Bear. Taken Back Eye. Leader. Legion Marauder. Mask Mother. There's our second copy of Pendulum Blade. So if we ever need a playset of them, we are 2/3 of the way there. Key Barrier. That's also going to be a constructed card. Very good damage reduction spell. Shadows of the Past. And our foil is Noxian Demolitionist. Cool. Our first rare is Blue Nasus. Alright. When an enemy unit dies here, channel 1 rune exhausted. Our second rare is Kale. Another copy of Kale. 2 copies of Kale for us then. Cool. Alright. Put over to the... Oops. I think I put these on the wrong side. I did. There we go. I had to check myself there. Alright, back to the left side now. Start with Otterpuss. Oh, get back here. Punching Poro. Ascetic. Questionable Tome. Up from the Deep. Keeper of Law. Jagged Cutlass. Onslaught. Low Pump Spell. Shadow Swept. Oh, have we seen this one already? Each spell that chooses 1 or more units that are friendly to it costs a power less. Okay. Consuming Curse, and our foil is Field Musicians. Our rare is Forgotten Relic. Oh, that's cool. When you play this or at the start of your beginning phase, burn 1. That's discard 1 from the top of your deck. When you burn a unit this way, do this. Give a friendly unit plus might equal to the burned card's might this turn. Neat. Then we have Fallen Feline, the unit that says... Oh, and there's our last showcase. Nice. Chaos Rune. So we got a purple Chaos Rune and a red Chaos Rune. I tell you, those do look very nice with the blacks and the thick ink lines and all that stuff. They do look very cool. Okay. Let's go, oops, go right side now. So it's very unlikely we get anything crazy like a signature or something out of this box at this point, but still looking for my first signature card too, by the way. I know people that have opened multiples, but when I get my first one, it's going to be a special one. So the first card here, Esteemed Hierophant, Dredge Up, Oasis Raider, Keeper of Law, Guttural Roar, another Spiderling for the meme deck, Disciple of Shen, Kinku Temple, Shen Battlefield, Resonating Strike, Covert Informant. Our foil is Stargazer, so our rare is another copy of Morgana, as well as Ambessa the Legend. Okay. Alright, let's go over to the left side here. We're getting to our last 6 packs. This time I crimped the back card. Rules insert. Oasis Raider. Handhammer. Dredge Up. Shadowblade Lurker. Disciple of Shen. Fretful Feline. Mask Mother. Our uncommon is Hungry Wolf. Raven Bloom Prefect. This is good for the purple decks for sideboard cards for a little bit more gear hate, in case I didn't have enough already. Well, purple decks don't normally have gear hate. It's their other color that they get the gear hate from. Anyway, purple gear hate. Taisho, Shell of the World. Players ignore deflect while playing spells and abilities here. Okay. Steel Paws. Nice. Another copy of that rare, as well as Hex Tech Disc. Oh, and we have another one. We have a Bottled Constellation. That's an interesting gear. Kill 3 friendly units and score 1 point at the start of your main. All right. All right, let's go right side. All right, so we have Ascetic, Cloud Drake, Punching Poro, Affectionate Poro, Plateworm Egg, Shadowblade Lurker, Soul Spinner, sorry, Noxian Demolitionist, Shadow Fiend, Lacerate, and our foil is a foil copy of Cloud Drake. Okay, we have Illowai as our first rare. Nice. It's +1 for all the tentacles and stuff that you have, or other tokens. And we have a Nasus Legend. All right. Left side here. Ruthless Strike, Affectionate Poro, Iterative Design, Kai Sand Spinner, Valari Sunhawk, Pair Specialist, Warrior. Uncommon is Paka Protector, Clairvoyance, Aim the Despoiler. Get a foil Spiderling. Yeah! More Spiderling. We have another copy of Blue Nasus. And we have a copy of Zed, the Legend. All right, let's go right side as we're finishing up here. Apprentice Mage, Ruthless Strike, Full Poro, Questionable Tone, Guttural Roar, yet another Spiderling, Horns of the Dragon, and our uncommon is Twilight Step, Sandswept Tomb, Frostcoat Mother. We get another copy of a Green Decree. Okay, so now we have probably the most that you'd ever want to play in the sideboard for the Green Decrees. And another copy of Gangplank. And like I said, I think Gangplank's a super powerful unit. So maybe if there's an orange mid-range deck that wants to use them, we're set now. Oh, and we got a purple Kennen. Very nice. I don't know if I think the Kennen deck wants to play the purple Kennen as its a champion unit. But man, he looks cool. Lightning Ninja guy. All right, our final 2 packs. Get in here. All right, so our first card from this is Twilight Shroud. I don't know if we were already at 3, but now I think we are definitely at 3 for Twilight Shroud. Come on, get in focus. Oh, whatever. Twilight Shroud, Mesmerize, Punching Poro. There we go. Punching Poro, Masa, Legion Marauder. Spiderlings, more spiders, more spiders. Dragon Form. Shadow Temple. Okay. Shadow Fiend. Sacred Protector. Our foil is Iterative Design. We get a big old dragon, Eclipse Dragon. And another copy of Purple Zed. Okay. All right, last pack magic. Let's see what we get in here. Okay, we'll start with Blade Twirler, Field Musicians, Otterpuss, Brutal Hunter, Mask Mother, Massa, Repair Specialist, Patched Korobot is our first uncommon. Okay. Aim the Despoiler, as well as Consuming Curse. Our foil is Bakai Reaper. We have Decree of Insight, so that is all 5 decrees we got out of the box. Okay. And the last rare is, drumroll please, a red Decree itself. So another double decree pack. All right. Okay, so let's take a quick stock and see which side did better. Okay, let's take a look. So right now I'm just separating out cards that are epics or cards that I would consider hits. Ooh, looking a little sparse for the right side here, folks. And for the left side, oh man, looks like left side kicked its butt this time. Yeah, they did. Look at that. 2 signatures from the left side, as well as 1, 2, 3, 4 epics, and 2 epics and 1 showcase. I'm sorry, I said signature. Showcase from the right side. So definitely a win for left side believers this time around. So thank you as always for stopping by. If you like the content, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see everyone in the next video.